Hello traders, today is the 26th of January 2013 and the time in London is 12 minutes past 2 a.m. In New York is 12 minutes past 9 p.m. Happy weekend to you all. The title of this video is Free Trading Tips and Trading Circles. This video is about trading tips and trading circles. In the first part of this video, we'll discuss the S&P 500 and the US dollar Singapore dollar currency pair. The second part of this video is about trading circles. At the end of this video, one will learn how to make excellent trading decision, practical excellent trading decision, and also know more about our trading circles. Let's get started. Before we continue, I would like to take this opportunity to say to all traders a very special thank you for your rating and for your comments. Very important for us. We really appreciate it. All right, let's get started. All right. So the first candidate is the S&P 500. Okay, let's get started with the S&P 500. We want to talk about practical trading tips. Looking at the S&P 500, this is a technical analysis for the week that is going to start this Monday, okay? All right, so as I explained to traders before in the previous video, okay, on our YouTube channel, georgetrio channel, we say to traders that the first thing that we want to do is to go to the weekly chart, all right? We go to the weekly chart and we will draw, okay, the high of the week that is closed, the low of the week that is closed, and the median line of the week that is closed. All right, you remember? The high, the low, and the median line, okay? The blue line here is the high of the S&P 500. I can tell you that level on the weekly chart, the high for the S&P 500 is at 1503. The low for the S&P 500 on the weekly chart is at 1481. The median line, how do we calculate the median line? We'll use the high minus the low divided by 2 plus the low. The median line for the S&P 500, as you know, is the pink line here. Okay, on the weekly chart, the median line is at 1492. The next step, ladies and gentlemen, step by step, okay, we go to the daily charts. For those who are, okay, always trading, okay, the S&P 500, we go to the weekly chart, the daily chart. We will highlight, okay, the high of the last Friday, the Friday, okay, that is close to that, okay, because this is what we will do on Monday, okay. So the Friday that is gone, we'll draw horizontal line at the high of last Friday, horizontal line at the low of last Friday, and the median line of last Friday. As you can see, the high of last Friday is equal to the high of last week, so there is no change. It's still the blue line here. Okay, so the daily chart, the high for the last Friday is at 1503. The low for the Friday that is closed now on the daily chart is at 1494. The median line, we use the high minus the low divided by 2 plus the low. So the median line on the daily chart, the last Friday, okay, this is the candle that we are paying attention to. The median line for last Friday is at 1498. We are now ready to trade. This is one strategy that we can apply for the S&P 500. This is the market. Whether you are trading any stocks, you must pay attention to the S&P 500. I also explained to you that the median lines are very a psychological price level. A trader will pay attention to it. And the price, this is a market principle, the price moving from one support level to the next resistance level, or the price moving down from one, okay, resistance level to the next support level. These levels are not magic level, but they are just important level. As we have seen this week, is going on all the time, and these are the level where professionals are making their decision. The next thing I will say to traders is that when we draw a lines like this on the higher time frames, okay, we can switch, we leave the line like this, and this software, the TC2000, excellent software that I use myself, we can switch now, okay, let's go for instance to the 5-minute chart, where I can see my line. You see the blue line? See it? So what I've done now with this line on my chart, which I explained to Adele, Thank you very much, Adele. Adele, by the way, is a TSTWSYS008 trader, which sent me a nice email last time, and also was asking why I was not posting more video on YouTube, all right, which is happening now, you see. So because of this kind of conversation, okay, we are back on track again, and because of Adele, we have explained to trader this strategy, you see. So it's very important for TST traders to get in touch with us, share with us what's going on, and you may ask a question that will allow us to make excellent video or to explain something, okay, for other TST traders. It's very important, okay? It's a dynamic, okay, community. And as a trader asks a question, if you think that it's important to share it to the public or privately, we will do so, all right? So your contribution is very important for us, okay? Send in the chart, you look at something, let us know what's going on, we discuss it. Something may click for you, and that's what we want, okay? So moving on, ladies and gentlemen. So we have our line ready. You can see we have our lines ready. On the 5-minute chart of the S&P 500, we have this line ready. So Monday, we just watch these key levels. Do not forget to draw your trend lines, okay? I explained to you the price is always moving in a channel from one support level to the next resistance level. But all the price doing, the price always moving, okay, in a channel. You see here on the 5-minute chart what the price was doing. It was, okay, in a rising channel. So in this case, you will give priority to buy signal at this point, at the lowest point, taking it step by step. As the price going up, you want to watch the resistance level. You see the blue line here. But so this is for next week, all right? So remember, 3 channels: rising channel, declining channel, horizontal channel, plus these are, okay, key levels. We want to know them, okay? But I want to say something here that to traders, the next strategy, if you forget, okay? I'm going to go quickly to this, all right? One of our website, www.best-tradingstrategy.com. As you can see here, this is about trading idea part 1. What we have explained to traders about drawing the high on the low and the median line on the weekly charts, and also on the last Friday. This is about a trading idea part 1, which we have decided to share with traders. Now, we will notice that we are in the month of okay, January 2013, okay, and the month will end on Thursday, next week Thursday, all right, because today is 26th. So on Thursday, the monthly candle for January will be closed. What is the next strategy that we can adopt? This is about trading idea part 2. As a TST trader, you want to know this trading idea. So I invite all TST traders to check the video. It's only one video here, 10 minutes video. My apology for the pop-up. 10 minutes video on this page, trading idea part 2. I do not want to share this with the public, so you may understand what you need to do on Friday, okay? Because a new month is about to begin on Friday, the 1st of February. You want to adhere to the strategy that we have discussed here at Trading Idea Part 2. What is Trading Idea Part 3? What is Trading Idea Part 4? You want to know them, understand them, and test them, and put them into practice. Very, very important. Let's move on. All right. So what we are doing here, all this slide is about a trading idea part 1, which we want to share, okay, with traders. So for the S&P 500, with this line, we can make excellent decision. We don't want to trade in the void. We want to make excellent decision, okay, at a valid support level, and also at a valid resistance level. If we go, for instance, quickly for the S&P 500, as I showed traders before, my line that I've drawn the weekly and the last Friday week, I have highlighted 3 zones for traders. This was a resistance zone. This was also a resistance zone. The price now trying to retest, okay, this resistance zone. But so far, we are still away from it. So watch the resistance zone, okay, as the price going up. Remember that there is a very important, okay, resistance zone, okay, somewhere here. So don't, you are buying, but you know that it's approaching, okay, the resistance zone, okay, somewhere here, okay, around 1538. It's a major resistance level around 1538. All right. So though we have the line drawn on this chart, we are approaching a resistance zone. Do not ignore it. The higher time frame commands a lower time frame. Very, very important. So as you are playing with these key levels, the price moving from one level to the next level, as it's move above, okay, the high of last week, pay attention if it's approaching 15, call it 1538, approaching 1550, watch it. Remember that it's a very important resistance zone here, so you may make excellent decision. The strategy, when the price is approaching a key level, it can break through it straight away, or it can break above it for a while, retest it before going up, or it may go above it only to come back down. But remember, there's a key levels here. If you are using your trading tool, you want to trade on the edge, making your decision, okay, around these a key level. That's all I can say to trade. Going to the hourly chart, what do we see for traders that are day traders? We see that the price, okay, went up like this and then pulled back, okay, so very fast. I can see some hot spot on the zone. There's one here, there's one here. So nothing should stop me drawing line on my daily, on my hourly chart. After drawing these 2 points, I can choose one point at the top and make it parallel, okay, to the line that I've drawn on this chart. You can see that the price is retesting the edge of the line that I draw this line, just choosing one point, making it parallel to this one. We are just going above that horizontal line. But, you know, if you want to be very, very bullish, the price should go above the high of last week, break above, retest, don't rush, and turn around, okay? So, because you are on an hourly chart, when you are about to enter the trade, if you receive a signal on an hourly chart, this is your signal time frame, you must now have an entry time frame, which can be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minute time frame. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The most important thing when we are trading, we know something very important, that the price doing all the time, the price is always going rising or declining, okay, in a channel. The movement of the price is always confined in a channel. That the channel is horizontal, or the channel is rising, or the channel, okay, is declining. When you're going to enter the trend, if you want to buy at the base of the rising channel. If you want to sell at the top of a declining channel. When the channel is horizontal, we can buy and sell. But whenever you receive a signal on one time frame, you must look on a higher time frame and also select an entry time frame. That's it for the S&P 500. Okay. Next candidate is the US dollar Singapore dollar currency pair. This is a currency pair that I like to trade. Okay, and I will show you what's happening here. This week I have sent to just two traders. I told them that there is a possibility of a bullish cycle beginning with this currency pair. As the cycle has begun, we see that there was some traders that were selling. Why traders are selling? You have to understand what's happening in this market, ladies and gentlemen. If the market was bearish for a long time, it means that the number of sellers, okay, is higher than the number of buyers. So as the price is going up, you will see very often some traders will still try to sell because they don't know that a new cycle is about to begin. But as a GSTWSY trader, we know when a cycle has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention carefully. By the way, the GSTWSY trading system does not trade for traders. It's a mechanical trading system, a very simple trading system. What we are doing is more about understanding. When a cycle has begun, ladies and gentlemen, the cycle will go through different stages. There is a stage that we call the stage of infancy, or the stage of embryonic stage, which means a cycle that is starting new can fail. So the cycle has started. It's good to know whether a cycle has begun. If you have an edge, if you know that a cycle has begun, but you are not going to, suppose a bullish cycle has begun, you are not going to start selling. All right? You will prefer to give priority to buy signal. So it is very important to know whether a cycle has begun. But as the cycle has begun, the cycle will grow, all right, so to speak. So the cycle is fragile, so to speak, as the cycle has begun. Very often, a lot of brokers, okay, will do everything to fill orders for their clients. So, for instance, if George Soros want to buy, okay, Apple share, he may send orders to, okay, his brokers and say, buy me Apple share at this level of 500 or blah blah blah. The broker will try to get, okay, the price that okay, the client is asking for, or may try to get the best price for the client. That's why very often, before the price goes up or goes down, you will notice that a cycle has begun, and you will see the price will go up a bit and then come back down, go up a bit and come back down, go up a bit and come back down. And sometimes a cycle that has started can fail, and people will say, oh, this cycle has failed. And then people will forget about the stock or will forget about the financial instrument. A few weeks later, they will realize that, in fact, the cycle that has failed has resumed again, because orders, okay, need to be filled first. The major players must fill their orders first. They can't fill all these orders in one day, in 1 week. Sometimes it takes too long. So you will see that the cycle has begun, but the price will be oscillating, going up and down. You'll be wondering what's going on. But then if you forget that a cycle has begun, or you ignore completely the stock, okay, few weeks later you will notice that the cycle has resumed and the price will go up big time. As I explained to traders, when we see that a cycle has begun, we must pay attention. You put a stock or the financial instrument on your watch list, you keep eyes on it. Sometimes you see the cycle will go out, sometimes it fail, the cycle start and fail, and a few days later the cycle will resume big time. That's why I do not like to give to traders tips and say to them, this cycle has begun here, this cycle has begun here. I want traders to do their homework, which means, okay, scan for stocks, okay, look for them, put them in watch list and watch them, all right, and you'll be surprised what the price will do. For this stock, this currency pair, the US dollar, Singapore dollar, a cycle has begun. When a cycle has begun first, the cycle has failed, and now the cycle has resumed again. You see, so we keep eyes on it. We know that when a cycle has begun, there is a process. If the cycle has begun, depending on your risk tolerance, you may decide to enter it right there. But there is a risk, because the cycle did not mature yet. The cycle can fail, as you can see, because of the order going up and down. But if a cycle has begun, one must check the fundamental. Very important. The fundamental, we want to combine the technical and fundamental. Check the fundamental. What's happening? You don't just go and buy a stock, and the next day you hear that the company is going into administration. That will be bad. Though you see, technically speaking, a cycle has begun. Fundamentally speaking, another cycle has begun. So you see a bullish cycle that has begun for the stock, but fundamentally speaking, the company is not going anywhere, and a bearish cycle has begun the next day. And you are confused. You want to match the technical with the fundamental so you can make excellent decision. All right. To cut long story short, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So we know as a TSTWSY is using trader, this video is not about TSTWSY is using trading, but this is very important for traders to understand what is a cycle and how we can trade cycle. So there is a stage where one will know that the cycle has matured. It's very important to know also whether the cycle has begun, whether the cycle has reached the level what we call maturity level. At that point in time, the foundation of the cycle is a bit stronger, but can still fail. But you know that the risk, okay, this is you are taking a less risk compared to the beginning of the cycle. But you can decide, making a thoughtful decision to say, I will enter as soon as I see the cycle, okay, starting. But you know that the cycle can fail. But you have to manage the risk. When you enter a cycle, as soon as you enter the cycle, you must monitor, okay, the trade. You want to watch it. You want to watch it and see what's going on. We know also within a cycle, there are minor cycles which will allow you to take profit at some stages, because as the price going up, there are some stages where the price will come back down a bit before going up. So we want to know the minor cycle within the bigger cycle. This will allow you to enter and to exit the trade. At some point when you will take profit, you can take profit and then rejoin again the cycle. If the cycle is healthy, so to speak, which means fundamentals strong, macroeconomic conditions strong, global economy strong, and a bullish cycle has begun during a bullish season, you will see that there will be plenty of opportunity for you to take profit during the cycle, to come out and to re-enter the cycle at different stages, depending on how the fundamentals are strong. I also explained to a trader recently that if I say to you now, okay, that ice can cool, okay, for instance, fish, okay, can conserve, for instance, fish, is true, yes or no? Ice can conserve fish. But the environment in which the ice is also important. So if we put ice, okay, in a sunny weather, it will melt and it won't conserve the fish. The same thing when we are applying a trading strategy, we want to pay attention to the market environment, the condition. That's why we talk about the trading triangle. The market first, the sector before the individual financial instrument, especially for those who want to swing trade. Now, you may say to me, George, this is too much for me. Get on with it with the US dollar, Singapore dollar. But it is also important because we notice that a cycle has begun for this currency pair. We will keep eyes on it. We know how to get into it, how to manage the trade. We want to keep eyes on this currency pair. Beginning of the year, what do we need to do, ladies and gentlemen? This is the year 2013. We are still in January. This is a currency pair that a cycle is beginning now, and we know that this currency pair has been bearish for many years, okay, since 2009 up to now. So at the beginning of the year, which tool do we use? We use, ladies and gentlemen, we use what we call critical price level. There are 6 critical price level. If you want to know, you want to go to Google. Okay, go to Google, search for the article title, Trading Critical Price Level, written by myself. Okay, Trading Critical Price Level. The 6 critical price levels, this is why you need to pay attention to at the beginning of each year. In this month of January 2013, okay, whatever you are trading, you want to know all the 6 critical price levels, because these levels, this is the level that professional hedge funds are watching. These are key levels that professional and hedge funds are watching. The 6 critical price level. On this chart of the dollar, US dollar, Singapore dollar, the top level here is not part of the 6 critical price level, but this is what we call the smart high. The level here, that's what we call the smart low. In the middle here, the orange line, that's what we call the smart median line, is one of the 6 critical price level. The smart median line is the most influential critical price level. There are others critical price level. Okay, there are some here. I'm drawing one now. And there is another one here. Okay, and there are more here. But I don't want to make my chart, okay, I don't want to put too much line on my chart, okay? So these are key level, beginning of the year. We want to know for this, currency pair. For the US dollar, Singapore dollar currency pair, the smart median line, ladies and gentlemen, note it down, is at a 14324. 14324. You want to know where it is. As the price going up, you want to watch it. Now, there is a smart low here. This is the smart low. I will remove my white line. Moment, please. The smart low for the US dollar, Singapore dollar is at a 11991. 11991. Okay, that's the smart low. So we know that the smart median line is here. So it's at 14324. As always, as I explained to traders, when we have any channel, we want to pay attention to the median line. It's somewhere here. All right. So there is a level in the middle somewhere here. Roughly, let's call it at 13283. 13283. Okay. So I'm just dividing roughly this channel here. Okay. I'm dividing and put the middle line here. So as if the cycle continues, these are the level we want to watch. Nothing should stop us again. You see the distance between the white and the green. To pay attention to the median line, okay, between the white and the green, somewhere here. All right, but I'm not going to draw it. All I'm saying to you, whenever you have a channel, do not forget that you can pay attention to the media line. So there is one here, okay? All right, 13283 in the zone of 13283. So these are the level we want to watch, because as the price going up, if it continues to go up, we want to know where are the resistance level. Whenever you are buying, you want to know where are the resistance level. Whenever you are selling, you want to know where are the support level. With this information on my yearly chart like this, I can note them down, I can write them down, okay? And I want to, as I'm trading this, if I want to use this into a cycle, okay? I want to look also on my left-hand side, what has happened before. The best bullish cycle, ladies and gentlemen, will start after a bearish cycle. So one season has ended, and a new season, okay, is about to begin. So when you are trading cycle, you will always look on your left-hand side. What has happened before? So if, for instance, you see a bullish cycle that is starting out of nowhere, you will say to yourself, hold on a second, this is not a right play for this season. So we don't expect, okay, to sow, okay, for instance, maize, okay, maize in winter, okay. So even if there's a good sunshine in the winter, people are not going to sow as much because it's not a good season to sow. The farmers, okay, are the best traders. We can learn a lot from the farmers. The same thing when we are trading, so we see a cycle. For instance, you scan for stock and you see a cycle. Ask yourself, is it the right season for this cycle? So in normal condition, before we see a bullish cycle, we will have a downtrend that has ended, maybe followed by a kind of consolidation. So declining channel followed by horizontal channel, and suddenly a new bullish cycle is about to begin. This is in normal condition. You see that at least, you see here, it went down for many years. So if I see a bullish cycle starting somewhere here, I'll be happy to take it. And also looking at the candle, you can see that this was a bullish candle, but now this bullish candle, instead of being followed by another bullish candle, it was followed by a bearish candle. So we will say that, okay, the bearish pressure is still in place, but look what's happened this year. It's no more bearish, it's looking bullish. So trying to understand what the price is telling me, I will be happy to enter a cycle from this point. Okay, I will be happy to enter this cycle. These are a kind of verification that we can do when we see a cycle, to not to just jump into cycle because we see a cycle, but you want to understand, okay, where a normal cycle can start from, and check the fundamental, because if the fundamentals are not strong, you're not going to have any cycle anyway. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so this is what we can say so far about the US dollar, Singapore dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, apart from what I've said so far, nothing should stop us to apply, okay, our trading idea part 1. Go to the weekly chart, draw the high, okay, on the weekly chart, the high, okay. You want me to do it? I can do it. So we go to the weekly chart, trading idea part 1, okay, the high of last week, the low of last week, okay, all right, and the media line, that's what we have, okay, for the weekly chart, okay, and then we'll go. Let me color this into blue, okay, and then you will go to the daily chart and you will do exactly the same thing for the last Friday. This is what you will do on every, okay, Monday, all right, step by step, all right. So now I've done it on a weekly chart. Now I will go to the, okay, daily chart. For those who are TSTWSYS008 traders, okay, you know how to recognize a cycle and how to trade a cycle. If you are not sure, it means that, okay, maybe you didn't read the whole document. But if you have any question, please feel free, okay, to send me a quick email and we can discuss things openly. So if you take a trade and the trade happen to be a losing trade, send them in. Let me see them. Maybe something you have missed, something we can talk about, and you may see that, okay, everything, okay, is running perfectly. When somebody is trading, okay, a cycle, the cycle, you don't see cycle every day. So you may say to me, if you trade only one financial instrument, you're not going to see cycle every day. All right. So you may say to yourself that, okay, this is not for me or something like that. But if you trade many stocks or you trade different currency, you can scan for this stock, and you can have hundreds of stocks that are starting a cycle. Now, then you will filter them out and decide which one you can trade. You check the fundamental sound. You check the market leaders. Okay, you check with the position of the S&P 500. Where is the S&P 500 now? Can we be bullish? All right. Or should we be cautious? Right now, we should be cautious because the S&P 500 is approaching, okay, a major resistance level. The strategy will be more suitable for day trading instead of swing trading. All right, that will be more conservative approach. Okay, so we want to do things, okay, in orderly manner. So now I have my line drawn on the daily chart. The last Friday is this candle here. The high is still equal to the high of last week. The low is the turquoise line here, and the median line is the red line. So I am ready to trade, okay, this currency pair, okay. To avoid the crowded time frame of 50 minutes, I may go to the 10-minute chart, okay. So what do? Whichever time frame you are on, draw lines, okay. Draw lines, okay. For those who are using TSCWSY use your 8, you know how to enter the cycle, okay? So you know exactly what to do, okay? And where to enter the cycle, where to take profit, you know it, okay? So this is what we see, okay, on the 10-minute chart, okay? So for this US dollar, Singapore dollar, what I would say to trade at this point in time, we are bullish towards the US dollar, Singapore dollar, bullish towards the US dollar, Canadian dollar. I will quickly look at it and show you here, US dollar, Canadian dollar, very bullish this week. I have posted on Facebook long time that I'm only taking, okay, bullish signal for this, okay, currency pair. This currency pair has been suppressed for long time because of the hedging activity. Traders should be aware that when you are trading currency, when the USD yen is going up very often, trader will be selling, okay, the USD card and the USD Singapore dollar. Remember that. So you want to watch carefully what the Euro USD is doing and also watch what the USD yen is doing. So do not just trade currency in the void. Pay attention to the leading currency pair, which is the Euro USD, and know exactly what traders are doing. Traders are buying one currency and selling another currency. It's not because the other currency is bearish. They just sell it for hedging activity to protect their position. So instead of buying the USD card, buy the USD Singapore dollar, buy the USD yen, a trader, for instance, that is buying the USD yen may sell the USD card for no reason. The main reason is just to protect, okay, his position in the USD yen. So remember that a hedging activity is taking place. What we have seen this Friday is that this currency pair start going up. If, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention, if traders that, okay, were buying the USD yen decided to take profit, they will start buying the USD card and the USD Singapore dollar. The dollar is bullish. But as I explained to you last time, the USD yen though is strongly bullish, ladies and gentlemen. Do not be fooled. We are still waiting for a healthy pullback. That's very, very important. It's overdue. We see it very often where the market will push it, but at one point we will see that healthy pullback. So do not, okay, get carried away. Though the USD yen is bullish, we are expecting a healthy pullback. For the USD Canadian dollar is bullish. It has been suppressed for a long time. Trader must give priority to bullish signal for the USD card, priority to bullish signal for, okay, the US dollar and the Singapore dollar currency pair. All right, moving on. The next thing that we're going to discuss in this video, now I have finished with trading tips, talking about the S&P 500 and the US dollar, Singapore dollar. The next thing that we're going to discuss is about, okay, trading cycle. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is a trading cycle? Now, you may say to me, George, what do you have to show us about trading cycle? The trading cycle that I'm talking about is about Google Plus. Okay, let me explain myself to you. Those who are TSTW24, TSTWSYS008 traders, TSTWSYS08 traders, those who are using any of our trading tool, you know my email, the Gmail account. If you have a Gmail account, you can add me to your circle. All TST traders, I have added them into different cycles. The first circles that we have for the G Plus account is about TSTW24 traders. This is important. Hold on a second. If for instance, I want to share something important with the TSTW24 traders alone, I will go to my G Plus account and I will post something that I will share exclusively with the TSTW24 traders. Now, if you do not have a Gmail account, if you do not add me to your cycle, that information, you cannot get access to it. Only TSTW24 traders that has a Gmail account, and also that have added me to their circle will be able to access this information that I'm sharing exclusively with the TSTW24 traders. We have another circle. It's about TSTW SYS08 traders. That circle, I can decide, for instance, to share a specific information with these traders alone. I may decide also to share with all TST traders, 24, SYS08, and 008 traders. I may decide to share it exclusively with the TSTW SYS08 traders alone. This is the gorgeousness of the Google Plus, because I don't have to share every information with the public. I may decide who I want to share it with, which I like. That's why we have a circle for 24 traders, a circle for the SYS08 traders, and a circle for the SYS008 traders. Some traders has added me to their circle already, because Google will inform you that, okay, this gentleman has added you to his circle. Do you want to add me back to your circle? You may say no, you may say yes. Even if you decided to add me to your circle, you can unfollow me at any point. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not the point I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to say is that the gorgeousness of this tool is that I can share a specific information with a group of traders, like I've done last week. If you are not following me on Google Plus, you know, if you do not have Gmail account, if you do not add me to your cycle, okay, you will not have access to this information, though I have already added all TST traders to my cycle. It's getting big. Maybe you say to yourself, I'm not TST trader, I'm not concerned. I have good news for you. Wait a second. So we have this cycle for TSTW24, this now TSTWSYS008 traders. I can share a specific information with this trader if I don't want to share it with the general public. The next group, TSTWSYS008 traders. There is a circle for these traders also. This circle, I can share specific information, which I've done last week, about this currency pair, the US dollar, Singapore dollar. When a cycle has begun, I put a note specifically for the TSTWSYS008 traders. But if you are TSTWSYS008 trader and you didn't add me to your cycle, you cannot have access for this information. You need to have a Gmail account. Just go to Google, put Gmail, have account for free, add me to your cycle, I'll add you back. Even if you're not TST trader, you add me to your circle, I will be notified that Mr. X or Mrs. Y has added me to their circle. I may decide to say yes or no, all right? So this is the cycle for the TSTW SY008 traders. We have a circle for the master key traders. We have a circle for the TS RSA Pro traders. We have a circle for TS MACD Pro traders. We have a circle for TS CCI Pro traders. But it's getting very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. There is a circle for traders, okay, that are members of www.stochasticmadi.com. Now, I have not yet, okay, added all these traders to their circle, but the circle is already created. It's just a time I will add all members of www.stochasticmarket.com, okay, to my circle, the circle that is stochasticmarket.com circle, okay. So I may decide to share, okay, a specific information, okay, with these traders that are members of www.stochasticmarket.com, all right, alone, or I may decide to share it with everybody. So for instance, this video that I'm posting, I may decide to share it with one group alone, so you may not have access to it. So you want to know that it's very important to have a Gmail account if you are following us or if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, so you may know what is happening behind the scene. It does not mean that every day. In fact, I don't send too much messages, but sometimes I do send some messages, so you want to be aware of it. It may be useful, you may not know, okay? So if traders that are members of www.24 Wave will be added to their specific circle, and I will be sharing only Alien Wave tips with these traders in that circle. All right, so do not think that I will be bothering people. You can ask traders. I don't send too many emails. In fact, I'm a bit lazy, so to speak, to send emails. All right, that's a bit of confession to you. So I don't send email every day. If I think it's very important, I will send it. You can decide to unfollow anytime. In fact, we don't get anything out of this. We don't use this information for anything, just for educational purposes, for assisting traders. There will be another circle for traders that are members of www.dayprotraders.com. So 3 websites, each website will have their own circle, and I can decide to share specific trading idea with this type of traders. But do not get too excited and think that, okay, every day I will be bombarding you, okay, sending you too much information. No, don't worry. I don't do that at all. I don't do it. Okay, that's not my personality. I don't bother people with those kind of things. I don't have time for it, by the way. So sometimes I may decide to share a specific information with one group. So it is important to just open a free Gmail account, have your own, okay, and then add me to your, if for instance, you are not TST trader, which means you don't have my Gmail account, okay? If you are not TST trader, you don't have you don't know my Gmail account, okay? You can't add me to your circle, okay? But if you find my information, you can look on Google and see my information there, okay? Okay? My Gmail account. But if, for instance, you are a member of stochasticmarket.com, just go and register as a member in one of our websites, and we will add you to our circle, okay? But as I explain to traders now, currently, as I'm speaking to you, for each website, I have not yet, okay, added traders to their circle. So we are still working on it. We will add members of stochasticmarket.com to their circle, members of 24 Waves to their circle, Day Pro traders, okay, members to their circle. It will happen this year. So we are working on it. So I need to explain that to you. And this is about, okay, trading a circle. To summarize today, okay, ladies and gentlemen, what we have done, we were talking about practical trading tips. We were talking about, trading idea part 1. This is about drawing the high, the low, and the median line on a weekly chart, and also on the last Friday, okay, the last week and the last Friday. There is another, okay, strategy that we can use at the beginning of a new month, which will happen next Friday. This is about trading idea part 2. We also have trading idea part 3 and trading idea part 4. Traders that are TST traders, either TSTW24 or TSTWSY008, we have the same video at www.tstwsy008.com. Now you may think that I'm talking too much about TST, but this is very important because these strategies are specific, okay, for these traders. We have also talked about, okay, the US dollar, Singapore dollar currency pair. A bullish cycle has begun. I also explained to you that when a cycle has begun, a cycle can fail, but one must know whether a cycle has begun. One must also know when the cycle has matured, and also one must also know where to take profit, where to re-enter the cycle, and also when the cycle has ended. What sort of preparation one must do? Check the fundamental, use the trending triangle, understand the market pattern, the downtrend, okay, consolidation, a new cycle. When we are going to have, okay, spring season, the winter must end first, okay? So when you are using cycle, go into the mind of farmers. The farmers know the season, and they know that they can, okay, grow any, okay, any plant, okay, every season, and they respect the season. The same thing. The subject of a cycle is a very important cycle. It requires patience, it requires focus, and it's not for anybody. Traders that trade cycles are traders that are patient, traders that have a, okay, traders that are serious. They want to catch the big portion of the market. Is to take a low risk for higher profit, because if you catch a cycle at the right time and you remain in the cycle for a long time, you're going to make more money. The mistake that a lot of traders are making is that they go and sell during a bearish cycle, or they go and buy, okay, during, okay, a bearish cycle. Sometimes, if a cycle has ended, sometimes traders do not know that a cycle has ended, and they will keep, okay, buying. In fact, the bullish cycle has ended, and they will be buying, and they give back all their profit. You want to know when the cycle has started. You want to know the stage in which you are in. You want to know, you want to be able to detect the mini cycle within the bigger cycle, and know where, okay, you can re-enter the cycle. The third thing that we discussed Google Plus. This is a very important subject, because apart from Twitter, where we can share information with the public, apart from Facebook, where we can share public with everybody, the Google Plus gives us the opportunity to share specific information with a specific circle. That's why it's so important for those who are following us, those who want to know what's going on, to be part of the circle. Okay, you do not have to, but if you think that you can gain something in it, it's very important that, okay, you join any cycle, because sometimes I may not post a video on YouTube. I may be busy talking to traders in a particular cycle, and maybe during the week I may like to share one information with one particular group, and it will be useful for you, okay, to know what is taking place. All right. I hope you have found this video useful, and that you will put into use, okay, to make excellent decisions. We are the TSTW SYS 008 traders. Speak to you soon.